My name is Fatima Ali. I am a Qatari. I have studied my bachelor's in the University of Texas A&M at Qatar.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a little bit of time, probably a decade, I started my MBA. I started studying MBA at the University of Aberdeen,
Mm-hmm.
also in the branch of Qatar. I'm currently working in a national oil and gas company at Qatar in Qatar.
Yes. And so why did you decide to do an MBA and why particularly at the University of Aberdeen?
Okay, so I knew that the University of Aberdeen is like top notch, and to my surprise, I saw it being in I saw that there is a branch for it in Qatar. So I didn't want to go abroad, but I thought to myself, if a good university like the University of Aberdeen is in Qatar, so why not seize the moment and go
Yeah.
for it?
Yeah,
So yeah.
absolutely. And looking back at your time as a student in MBA students, what are some key skills or lessons you learned from that? And would you recommend doing an MBA?
I would definitely recommend
Mhm.
doing an MBA for those who are looking for better opportunities, better career opportunities, to move in from one position to another, maybe move in from a more technical job to a more, for example, a more managerial role, maybe
Mhm.
in the future. I would definitely recommend anyone who's looking for all these aspects to actually go for an MBA.
Yeah. And what is your current role and what are your responsibilities and how does your day looks like?
Well, my current role, I do work now as a senior contracting and procurement analyst.
Mm.
A day at the office would be like, starting my day with reading the email, seeing what
Mhm.
needs to be responded to, and what actions I have to do outside of reading and replying to those emails, maybe collaborating and discussing. Maybe collaborating with my teammates. I do collaborate with my teammates regularly, and also discussing a lot of information and a lot of like the way of moving forward with my boss. And yeah, I also well, what I do on regular basis is also being approached by management and giving them advice since I have more than a decade in procurement.
Mm-hmm. That's very impressive. And so looking back at your career, yes, what were some like maybe key positions or key milestones that led you to your current role? How did you
Mm.
progress?
Yeah, so I'd say there are several ones. One of the biggest not biggest, but I could say was biggest for me, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the is when I got confirmed in my first role in the at work, and after a long time for training, so that gave me an opportunity to work independently,
Mm-hmm.
uh, not being coached all the time as that was the case when I was being trained. That
Mm-hmm.
was one of the biggest milestones, and the second one is when I received an opportunity for being the acting
Yeah.
secretary of the tenders committees, and that actually that opened the door for me to actually be able to transition from a senior contracts engineer to a senior procurement and senior contracting and procurement analyst.
Yeah. That's very impressive. And could you please tell us more about your awards like Educational Excellence Award and Dean's Honor Roll recognitions? How did you?
Uh, yeah, so after graduating from my high school, I applied for the Education Excellence Day. Sorry, the Education Excellence Day Award. Yeah. Um, I um, I actually won that award, and His Excellency actually the Sheikh Tamim actually he was the one who awarded me that award. It was such an honor to receive such a big award after finishing just high school, and um, you know, and being receiving that award from such a prestigious person. It definitely boosted my confidence that I can do more in the future. The Dean's Role Awards, I received them after very hard work. So I had to study hard and get a lot of A's and get a high GPA so that I'm able to actually receive those
Yeah,
awards.
that this is very impressive. And could you please tell us more about your time as a president of Women in Engineering and vice chair of the IEEE student branch at Qatar?
Yes, so I'll start with the Woman in Engineering chapter. I founded it. It wasn't there, so I started the process of bringing it to the University of Texas A&M at Qatar.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was uh, it was a bit of a challenge to bring it to life because I had to voice out the importance of actually I had to voice out the importance of why we need such a chapter, and bring in a lot of women engineers,
Mm-hmm.
to be to lead the other young female engineers.
Yeah.
Regarding the being a vice chair of the IEEE student chapter at Qatar, um, what I can remember from that time is that a big thing happened is we were awarded
Mm-hmm.
the right to host the second IEEE student chapter in the Middle East
Mm-hmm.
after being of course after attending the first conference of the same kind in Jordan. So we won the right to host that in Qatar. What happened is that I was in the planning and the organizing committee to host that conference in Qatar. That conference was a success, of course, and everyone liked it. And I'm so proud that I was a part of that team that planned for such a big scale conference.
That's very interesting. Thank you. And what trends or shifts are you see shaping the procurement practices in the energy industry today?
I'm not familiar with the international trends, but I would be talking about the trends that are happening in Qatar. So what's happening is the procurement trends that are, sorry, the general trends that are affecting
Mhm.
the procurement activities are the localization programs. So what's happening is um, the localization programs are just programs that push for awarding
Mhm.
the companies that make make the most investment in the country in the local
Yeah.
economy. So there's a push now with the local programs that we're not only going to award those lowest price bids for any participating company, but also for but also there's a shift towards awarding companies with actually
Yeah.
uh, who actually invest in the local economy more than those who just give us a cheaper price.
Yeah. I see. Interesting. And so, what would be the one biggest professional accomplishment you are the most proud of?
A professional accomplishment.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm proud of a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
but one thing that There are so many things, but one of the main things, one of the main professional accomplishment that I'm proud of is being at one point in my time in my career, I was able to manage four different job roles
Hmm.
at the same time. Not only I managed them, but I did well and I excelled in all of those four jobs. It was such a big challenge for me to manage such four different roles, right? So it was such a big challenge, but I kind of made it, and yeah, management was happy with my performance.
Yeah, very impressive. And what advice do you have for students, especially women, who are looking to start in engineer or procurement sector industry?
I would say know exactly what you want to do with your career. Maybe you would not know all the full details of what you want to do with your life or with your career going forward, but always do that. Always do what you want to do, like in terms career-wise.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like to do a specific if you don't like to be in a specific field, just voice it out to your management. Maybe your management can can see different roles and different departments for you. If you're happy with where you are, I'd say just be confident in yourself, be confident in your own professional opinion and voice it out, and never, of course, let anyone disrespect you or your professional or any professional advice you bring to the table.
Yeah. And so, are there any books or podcasts you'd recommend for our students? It might be career or non-career related. Maybe there are some books that are like motivational or inspirational for you.
One amazing book that's also a bestseller is The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. I'm not sure if you know it, but it's a very famous book. I would say that anyone reading it and applying the advice there in their day-to-day life, be it career or personal life, they would definitely reap the fruit of all that amazing advice in that book.
Thank you. And so, what are some of your favorite memories from being a student, particularly at Aberdeen University in Qatar?
Okay, so many great memories. All of the memories where I connected with my colleagues, with the colleagues of the students that are there. I love that when we sat together, we shared experiences and we shared advice on different areas, like be it career paths or maybe even some some help or advice on how to approach a certain problem or or anything of that sort.
Yeah. And the last question is, what advice would you give to your younger self?
I would say you can do it. And you're a bright person, so just have the confidence in yourself, in your capabilities. Don't let anyone, don't take anybody's opinion and make it yours, especially if it's not a good opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great advice.